Hello and welcome to another episode of Your World. This week host with me, Adrian Aryokusumo, and let's begin with our first segment with the news from United Nations. UN Chief Guterres marks the start of Ramadan with a message of hope and solidarity. For the Palestinian, Ramadan in the displaced camps is no different with the Ramadan at home. Despite the near the war and the Israeli bombing, the Palestinian youth live the days of the Ramadan normally.
United Nations Secretary-General Antonio Guterres extended his wishes to millions of Muslims worldwide as they begin the holy month of Ramadan on Sunday, 10 March. In a video statement, Guterres called Ramadan as a period of reflection, prayer and unity, urging support for those facing conflict, displacement and fear across various regions, especially emphasizing Gaza. He said that in these trying times, the spirit of Ramadan is a beacon of hope, a reminder of shared humanity. He wished this holy month bring peace and guide towards a more just and compassionate world.
For those displaced in the camps, observing Ramadan bears striking similarities to celebrating the holy month back home in Palestine. Despite the physical displacement, the spiritual essence of Ramadan transcends borders, uniting Palestinians in devotion, reflection, and communal solidarity. Whether in the camps or amidst familiar landscapes, the rituals of fasting, prayer, and charity resonate deeply, serving as anchors of cultural identity and resilience amid displacement. Within the confines of refugee camps, the shared experiences of sacrifice and spiritual renewal during Ramadan foster a sense of belonging and continuity, affirming the enduring spirit of the Palestinian people despite the challenges they face. Ramadan atmosphere and Ramadan decorations inside the tents of the displaced in Deir al-Balah in the central Gaza Strip. Despite the war and the Israeli bombing, Palestinian youth live the days of Ramadan normally. Despite the continuous Israeli attacks and bombing, the Palestinians in Gaza are trying to live the rituals of the month of Ramadan in all its details, including the manufacture of sweets. Perhaps the most famous of them in Gaza is qatayef. It returned to the market on the first day of the holy month of Ramadan, and despite the high prices, it has become very popular.
The month of Ramadan has a special and distinct character for Muslims, as it brings with its own special touches on Arab tables. Popular foods are diverse and each country is distinguished by its culture and Ramadan heritage. Some types of food, sweets and juices are considered exclusive to the months of fasting. Every cuisine has its advantages, and Moroccan table spices rooted in history are what make the flavor of Ramadan so special, to the point that the smell of the holy month has become embodied in traditional delicacies in all homes and in all cities of the kingdom. The kitchen during the month of fasting is essential and not just an additional room, and what is made in it has psychological and stomach effect on a fasting person who contemplates more than he eats, knowing that they are those who do both, contemplating and devouring until the last piece.
Those fasting during the Muslim holy month of Ramadan should monitor the amount of foods they eat during their evening meals and pay particular attention to the richness of the ration, according to Dr. Zakir Guliyev, interviewed by Azerbaijani television. At the same time, people suffering from certain diseases should be careful during iftar and in general are not recommended to fast, the doctor says.
Let's continue your world with more news. South Korean Minister of Science and ICT says that the watermark images generated using artificial intelligence or AI must be mandatory to deal with crimes using deepfake technologies. Moving on to the Japan, protesters gathered in front of the headquarters of the Tokyo Electric Power Company or TEPCO to condemn the discharge of the nuclear contaminated water in the sea.
During a televised KBS political talk show, Minister Science of Lee Jong-ho highlighted the government's response to crimes involving the deepfake technology. He stressed the necessity of mandating watermarks on AI-generated images on aid identification. Minister Lee emphasized the importance of preventing the misuse of deepfake images for criminal purposes. Regarding the Korea Aerospace Administration's scheduled opening on May 27, Lee announced plans to begin staff recruitment this month to ensure timely establishment. He also proposed improving the treatment of public sector experts through a term system, aiming to attract highly skilled individuals. Addressing concerns raised by KBS regarding verification flaws in budget phone registration, Lee assured swift action. He stated that restriction on new subscribers whose budget plans would be enforced until the security issue is resolved. Lee's statement underscored the government's commitment to addressing the technological challenges and ensuring public safety in the face of emerging threats. Protesters gathered outside the Tokyo Electric Power Company or TEPCO headquarters on Monday night to denounce the discharge of nuclear contaminated water into the sea and demand adequate resettlement and compensation for victims in the 2011 Fukushima nuclear disaster. Despite 13 years passing, they lamented the unresolved issues stemming from the disaster. Protesters highlighted the lack of progress in Fukushima's recovery and revitalization, juxtaposed with the implementation of water discharge. Concerns were voiced over unresolved matters such as soil decontamination, area reconstruction, and compensation lawsuits. Referring to displaced Fukushima residents, another protester lamented they are still wandering and suffering. Expressing skepticism, Fukushima revitalization efforts, another protester questions if authorities had given up, urging either effective radioactive material removal or sincere compensation. Protesters emphasized the need for tangible action, calling for genuine cleanup efforts or appropriate redress for the affected individuals. East Java Acting Provincial Secretary Bobby Sumiarsono pledges to boost investment incentives for Thai investors, citing increased interest in the region. Efforts to address transportation barriers between Bangkok and Surabaya are underway to facilitate smoother business transactions. Thailand's ambassador to Indonesia, Mr. Prapan Disayat, anticipates closer economic ties post Indonesia's recent elections. He underscores Thailand's commitment to broader engagement with Indonesia. Naratai Cuisine Co-Limited Chief Operating Officer Natapon Rungharjoklin eyes Indonesia markets for expansion, with Surabaya being a potential hub due to its promising market and infrastructure. Education collaboration prospects between international schools and East Java government were discussed by Nissan Art Dharma Geisiratana, the director of the American School of Bangkok, Green Valley, emphasizing character education and cultural exchange for academic and personal growth. Stakeholders are optimistic about the mutual benefits and deeper cooperation between Thailand and Indonesia.
Education system, language, arts, music, and everything.
China's strides toward internationalizing the renminbi, or RMB, have garnered significant traction, instilling greater global confidence in the nation's economy, asserts Su Gao, chief economist at the Bank of China International. The People's Bank of China, or PBOC, data revealed the substantial surge in cross-border RMB settlement, totaling nearly 39 trillion yuan in the initial 9 months of the preceding year, marking a notable 20% year-on-year increase. Additionally, the RMB's participation in global trade finance ascended to 5.8% in September. Su underscores that the ongoing RMB internationalization underscores international faith in China's economic prowess and financial market stability. Looking forward, the PBOC remains committed to further advancing the RMB internationalization while currently ensuring robust risk management strategies and facilitating financial openness initiatives. Amidst a surge in cases, a woman in Seoul sought treatment for her father's stage 4 cancer at a prominent hospital, only to be turned away without a clear plan for his care, leaving her feeling helpless. Similarly, a man diagnosed with stage 3 pancreatic cancer faced treatment delays due to the recent doctor's strike, heightening his stress and uncertainty. In response to mounting cases like these, critically ill patients have taken matters into their own hands, urging striking medical professionals to reconsider their walkout, emphasizing the grave risk it poses to patients' lives. Demanding governmental intervention to safeguard public safety, patient advocacy groups implore the authorities to enforce strict measures against the striking doctors who defied the back-to-work order. As medical disruption persists, the Korean Health and Medical Workers Union, an organization representing critically ill patients, have launched a signature campaign aiming to gather 1 million voices, urging striking doctors to resume their duties.
In our final segment, we'll bring you stories from around the world. The Elephant Conservation Center in Lampang offered morning alms for monks to mark the Thai Elephant Day. Meanwhile, a group of goat farmers organized a goat costume competition, vying for the trophy for the first time in the Trang province. Let's have a look.
The bonds between elephants and humans in Thai culture are unique. They appear at tourist attractions, in literature, and in artworks with many references to the country's history. No wonder why Thailand has a day dedicated to elephants. National Elephant Day is celebrated in Thailand on March 13th each year to recognize their special status and to protect these special animals. At the Elephant Conservation Center in Lampang, elephant handlers, conservationists, and local people held activities on this special day. It started with merit-making activities, followed by blessing ceremony performed by Buddhist monks. Like elephant camps, parks, and zoos in Thailand, elephants are offered banquets of fruit and vegetables. These gentle giants are among 3,800 domesticated elephants in wildlife sanctuaries across Thailand, according to the Thai Wildlife and Plant Conservation Department. This year's Elephant Day is another opportunity for locals and visitors to offer them tons of fruits and, more importantly, to foster strong connection between humans and the giant mammals as the national symbol of strength, loyalty, and longevity. Owners dressed their goats as cowboys, focusing not only on their beauty but also on their good health and intelligence. At the Agricultural Productivity Enhancement Learning Center in Kantang District, Trang Province, goat farmers organized the first ever costume competition for goats. Goat owners sent a total of 9 goats to compete, with an additional People's Choice Award up for grabs. Each goat was dressed in various themes such as action movie stars, cowboy, and sweet styles. Some goats carried a knife, a comb, and a hairband, strutting before the judges to score points for robustness, beauty, and special abilities. If the goat owner dressed in the same theme as the goat and displayed outstanding showmanship, both the goat and owner received the trophy. After the competition, the winner was announced, a male goat numbered 7 named Handsome Boy, aged 5 months, owned by Mr. Da'ai Wangso, 69 years old, who came in a cowboy theme along with its caretaker. The resurgence of traditional Chinese culture, particularly the revival of Hanfu attire, has sparked a renewed fascination among the younger generations. This cultural revival has led to a surge in demand for traditional Chinese-style makeup, photo shoots, costume rental, and even wedding designs. At Shanghai's classical Yu Garden, Chinese youth donning traditional costumes embraced the charm of the past as they elegantly posed for photographs. Quote, "Chinese attire looks undoubtedly beautiful with its exquisite embroidery, vibrant colors, and elegant designs. That's why it looks so good in photos," end quote, said Zeng, a Hanfu enthusiast. Mai Yi, who is half Chinese and half Japanese, is now in China with her mother to visit relatives. As part of her trip, she decided to have a set of portraits taken in a traditional Chinese style.
The week-long festival brings together renowned Vietnamese and international music troupes and artists. The festival began with a live concert by musicians from the Hanoi and Dalat's brass communities, which drew a substantial crowd. Dalat was recognized as a UNESCO Creative Music City last October. Hosting the Classical Music Festival aligns with the city initiatives to preserve and promote various music genres. UNESCO initiated the Creative Cities Network in 2004 to encourage collaboration among cities, prioritizing creativity as a major development factor. The network acknowledged 7 areas: craft and folk arts, media, film, design, gastronomy, literature and music as creative fields. The Macau International Dragon Boat Races will be held between June 8th and 10th at the Nam Van Lake Nautical Center. Up to 168 teams will be competing in 6 categories of 4 races. Interested groups can begin submitting their team's entries on Wednesday before registering the categories they want to participate in between March 20th and 26th. Besides last year's champion China Nanhai Jiujiang, the Sports Bureau is discussing with overseas teams about their participation. The Macau government has been stressing the concept of tourism in developing the tourism industry, with the fusion between tourism and sport elements constantly highlighted. The Sports Bureau presidents believe the upcoming Dragon Boat Championship will promote the sports industry's development while benefiting different sectors.
We hope you enjoy for today's episode of Your World. I'm Adrian Arikusumo. Thanks for watching and happy Ramadan 1445 Hijriah. See you next week.